An elevated conversation is an illustration that you have been in the presence of the Lord. You just talk differently about him. You don't go to the grocery store talking about, child, if these prices get any higher. You're not at the gas station talking about, oh, Lord, I can't hardly make it. Because you say, somehow or other, the Lord will provide. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to keep on doing what I got to do. A breakthrough is coming in my life. My sister was wanting some new furniture for her house, and she called me on the phone. She said, I want you to believe God with me that they'll mark the furniture down. I said, if you got the faith to believe that God could touch them and mark the furniture down, why don't you just go ahead and get the faith to believe that God could give you the money and you could go in there and buy it? God's getting ready to transform your thinking. You're getting ready to go to another level. It's not about bringing stuff down. It's about bringing you up. Take me up into the next realm where God can move in my life. Somebody holler, take me higher. I've been thinking too low. I've been looking too low. I've been asking too low. I've been hanging around people who talk too low. If everybody in your life, you got to feed them and encourage them, your crowd is too low. If you're the smartest person you hang around, your crowd is too low. If everybody's looking to you for help and answers, your crowd is too low. You need to hang around somebody that intimidates you, that makes you study, that makes you grow, that makes you pray. You need to get around somebody who is higher. Because iron sharpeneth iron, and great thinkers sharpen great thinkers. And for where you're going, your crowd has got to change. High five somebody, say that man is talking to me tonight. Something is about to happen in your life. That's why you had to be here tonight. This is a preparation for what God is about to birth in your life. I'm not talking about what you see in your natural circumstance. Your natural circumstances might look like all hell broke loose. But when you close your eyes and you look into the realm of the spirit, you see things that you can't afford. You don't know how you're going to get it. You don't know who's going to help you to get it. But in your spirit, you're seeing visions of it. I'm telling you, if you can see the invisible, you can do the impossible. Some of you seem ridiculous. If you told people what you had a vision of, they would laugh at you. It's not about being too broke. Someone will tell you you're too old and that it's too late and you missed your time and you missed your opportunity. And why don't you be satisfied to stay where you are? But the devil is a liar. God gave you that vision because it's a commercial. It's an advertisement of what God is about to release in your life. Jesus said, when you hear of wars and rumors of wars and earthquakes in diverse places and noise and pestilence and bad weather, he said, look up, for your redemption draws nigh. And hadn't this been a crazy year with earthquakes and pestilence and crisis and hurricane and tornado? It's nothing but a sign to look up, for your redemption draws nigh. As it is in the natural, so it is in the spiritual. If you've been going through storms and earthquakes and shakings and breaking, don't look down. That's what the devil wants you to do. Look. The pestilence is a sign that you are closer today than you have ever been in your life. Closer to the next level of blessings that are about to break loose in your life. When he saw God and he saw God correctly, it changed his vision of himself. He went before God. He said, I'm a man of unclean lips. I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. It changed. A God vision affects your inner vision. And suddenly he begins to understand what he doesn't have. And that's good. It's good to know what you don't have, because then you come to God hungry. They that are not sick don't need a physician. People who walk in the presence of God, I have everything I need. I need absolutely nothing. I'm doing absolutely fine. I just dropped by to visit you. It's like going to the doctor's office and saying, excuse me, Dr. Wilson, I just dropped by and made this appointment to tell you I'm totally healthy. I'm doing fine. I don't need anything at all. I have no symptoms, no problems. I don't need a checkup. I don't need any medication. I just came to hang around in your office. He said, I don't have time to hang around you because you don't want anything. Hunger gives power to vision. Hunger. He that hungers and thirsts after righteousness shall be filled. Jesus took 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread and gave a smorgasbord to people because they were hungry. Their hunger motivated him to perform a miracle that he hadn't even planned to perform. But the disciples said, you got a hungry crowd out there tonight. Let me tell you, your hunger controls how well I minister. You can make a preacher preach. You can make a teacher teach. You can make them dig down and pull out treasures because you say, oh no, you're not getting off with no ham sandwich tonight. Brother like me, go have some food up in this mud. Feed me. Feed me. Somebody say, feed me. For where you're going to need to be fed. You're not going to have to eat on yesterday's level because you're going to the next level. Your eating habits have to change. And in a vision, how do you see yourself? It's not enough to see God as being able if you don't see yourself correctly. Paul said, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. So if I was an enemy and I couldn't affect how you see God, I would damage how you see yourself. Till you got to the point that you believe God could do anything, but you can't do anything at all. And you start saying, oh, God can bless him, and God can bless her, and God, whoo, whoo. But you don't believe that God could bless you. And then you settle to be a cheerleader in the church. You come to church with your pom-poms. Go, Bishop, go. Go, Bishop, go. Woo, woo, woo. And you don't understand that he is not ministering for your entertainment. He is ministering for your preparation. And if you have a church full of cheerleaders, after a while, we kill great preachers. Because every touchdown, they have to make it. Every point that's scored, they have to do it. You want to be surrounded with people who become what you are preaching. Say this with me. Next year, I want the word that I heard this year to be made flesh in my life. Number 3, he gets an outer vision. He gets an outer vision. I dwell in the midst of a people. He began to evaluate. He evaluated himself. He evaluated his crowd. And outward vision is important. God does not come into your life to speak to you about where you are. He comes into your life to speak to you about where you're going. Because where you are going is far more important than where you are.